Hey guys, Ostrich Vox here, and this will be my Stephen Bomb 5 predictions video. All my predictions for the episodes airing the week of January 30th, we're gonna have 4 nights, 5 new episodes of Steven Universe. And this seems to be what we'll call for now the Pink Diamond arc, because it seems to be very Pink Diamond focused, at least from Cartoon Network's promotional image of the Palanquin that seems to belong to Pink Diamond. So I given some of my thoughts, some of my ideas what would happen in my previous videos, but this will be full predictions. I'll probably update this once there's a promo or two, once we get more information, because now this is kind of just grasping at straws and working from what we know. Now, first off, I did say a week ago in a video, I made a video called Steven Universe in Space, which I speculated there will be an arc taking place in space, and this arc does seem like it'll be taking place in space. However, what makes me kind of unsure about this, but I'm still going to stick with my thoughts and theories until we get more concrete information, is that the image that was released with the Geekery's article says it's from episode 116, which is Gem Heist, but it looks like they're still on Earth looking for Pink Diamond's Pelican. So unless the production code's messed up and that's actually from Steven's dream, which I'm still kind of betting on, that might be the only thing that kind of prevents this from being legit, unless they go to a planet that looks like Earth or they go back to Earth for the episode Gem Heist. But who knows, that'd be kind of random. Only the Crewniverse really knows at this point. But regardless, I'm gonna read some episode synopses, give my thoughts and ideas, and then you guys can share yours too down below. So without further ado, let's get into it. On Monday, January 30th is Steven's dream, with the synopsis that a strange dream prompts Steven to search for answers. So what is the strange dream? Is it going to be a legitimate dream, or is it going to be Steven entering someone's mind? Now, the way I see it, there are really 2 possibilities here. Something that a lot of people speculated is, since Steven does have Rose's gem, since he is a part of Rose, Rose is a part of him. Despite Guide to the Crystal Gem saying that when Rose became Steven, her gem data got erased, replaced with Steven's memories, there's still a strong possibility that Rose's memories are still inside Steven somewhere. And the recent events and learning about Pink Diamond, seeing Pink Diamond, are starting to trigger them. That's a theory that a lot of people have been sharing since like the very beginning of the show. So people have always believed that Rose is still inside Steven somewhere. I am personally kind of not supporting that theory. I think Steven is his own gem, with Rose's gem, his own person, his own life form. But hey, it wouldn't surprise me if Rose's memories were backed up inside Steven somewhere, although I think if it would be backed up anywhere, it would be in her room. So the first possibility is that an amalgam of Rose's memories and Steven's dreams make this dream and vision of the past of the Gem War and Pink Diamond, and it really shakes Steven up. He's really shooken up, and now he wants answers on Pink Diamond. However, I feel like there could have been multiple instances in the past that could have triggered these memories. The events of Jailbreak, meeting Yellow Diamond, the whole Bismuth fiasco. There are many times where Steven could have had dreams that were triggered by Rose's memories. So the other possibility, the one that I personally believe, is that Steven's dream is like his quote-unquote dreams in the episode Chillited, Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service, and the new Lars. Because what happened in all those episodes, Steven was dreaming, but he was also entering the mind of someone else. Chillited, he entered the mindscape of Malachite, where Lapis and Jasper were. Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service, he was sharing a dream with Kiki. He entered her dreams, but it was also his dreams, although his body wasn't resting. And the new Lars, he had a quick dream of Lars that transitioned from a dream into actually possessing his body. So what is Steven's dream this time? I think it'll be like Chillited, where he's having an actual dream, and then it transfers into going inside a corrupted Jasper's mind. For those of you thinking, okay, but Jasper's corrupted and bubbled, how would Steven enter her mind? Well, when has it ever been said that because they're bubbled or corrupted that Steven can't enter their mind? Hell, if Malachite wasn't the first time Steven entered someone's mind, people would probably doubt that because it's a fusion. And Malachite was under the sea back then. Jasper is in his house, just in the basement, in a bubble. Now there are some issues here because when gems are unbubbled, they leave off exactly where they left. Except possibly corrupted gems? Centipede made that very unclear. Nevertheless, I believe entering the mind of a corrupted gem is still possible. The only thing I can really see being an issue is bubbling, but Garnet described corruption as a tear to the mind, so that's why the dream could be a little more strange than usual, because Steven is entering a torn up mind. Who knows what kind of trippy shit's in there? Regardless, I definitely think whatever dream Steven has, whether it's from his own mind, from Rose's memories, from Jasper's mind, it's gonna have Pink Diamond in there somewhere. Whether we actually see Pink Diamond, maybe the back of her, or a few ominous shots that don't really show her face like Blue Diamond, but if it's Steven's own dream, then we probably won't know because he doesn't know what Pink Diamond looks like. I believe this dream is what's gonna push Steven to search for answers. He's gonna ask the gems, and they might not really have answers because I doubt any of the gems actually knew Pink Diamond besides Rose. I believe Rose is very close to Pink Diamond, so all the other crystal gems couldn't really give him answers. Garnet came from Blue Diamond's court. Amethyst wasn't even made yet, and we don't really know what Diamond Pearl came from. Although she could still be Rose's Pearl, I'm just saying. and I believe in his dream will be Pink Diamond's Palanquin. After all, that's what the promo art Cracknecker's using is. That's a screenshot from the episode, and it says January 30th, it's time for answers. So while that screenshot may not necessarily be from January 30th, I do think it's a strong possibility. Now, Steven's not an idiot, but he has a grasp on how corruption works, and how corrupted gems act when they're corrupted. So since the crystal gems can't really help him with Pink Diamond, who is he going to enlist for help? Jasper herself. Yep, I believe Steven's going to uncorrupt Jasper, and just like Centipede, calm her down so she can cooperate with him. And corrupted gems in her memory seem very spotty. Maybe Steven will get lucky and Jasper corrupted will forget all the events that happened when Jasper was on Earth, aka meeting Steven and learning that Steven has Rose's gem, and Jasper will kind of act like a little puppy, a dog of sorts, and help Steven find Pink Diamond's Palanquin. Essentially, this entire episode is just to kick off the arc. We may get a little bit of answers in it, some Pink Diamond revelations, perhaps something will be inside the Palanquin, but ultimately Steven realizes that Jasper can only help so much. She's corrupted, she can't give us as much information as he wants. Maybe he'll even try to heal her and she'll kind of end up like Centipede, but like a little different. Maybe he'll just like shrink her down to like a little bit of a relatively normal size, because corrupted Jasper is huge. Or maybe he won't even enlist Jasper's help at all, but I'm kind of betting on him doing it, because in order to understand Pink Diamond, he's gonna need her court, and like I just said, Jasper can only do so much, which takes us to Adventure and Light Distortion. Now, before I continue my predictions, I would like to say that I feel like this title has a double meaning. Adventures in Light Distortion. From just reading the title, I assume they're going into space, but the words Light Distortion. Now, we know gems' bodies are said to be made of light, or holograms made out of light, whatever that even means. They're inorganic beings, but they're said time and time again to be made out of light. So I believe light distortion is the proper term on Homeworld for corruption. Granted, it doesn't seem like many Homeworld gems know about corruption, but distortion of light, corrupting them, changing their original forms, it seems to match up, which is another reason why I think Jasper will play a role in this arc, even though she will be corrupted throughout most of it. Another reason why I believe Jasper will play a role in this arc is because there's a marathon titled Jasper and the Rubies. So clearly the relationship between Jasper and the Rubies are going to be important in the show. It's going to be an important factor to the storyline in some way, shape, or form. So to continue my predictions, I believe Adventures in Light Distortion will pick where the last episode left off, which Steven realizes he can't just rely on Jasper for help on finding out answers on Pink Diamond. But who else can really give him the answers? Well, one of the Rubies did say they witnessed Rose shattering Pink Diamond, and that was Eyeball. The synopsis for Adventures in Light Distortion is Steven and the Gems take off on a search and recovery mission. Take off? Search and recovery? Take off makes me think they're going in the ship and into space, the Ruby ship that they have. But a search and recovery mission for who? For what? Well, the Rubies. Especially Eyeball. They're still out there. They're still just floating into space. So Steven's like, guys, we gotta go into space. We gotta get the Rubies. And even though the Gems are kind of reluctant at first, I feel like they're gonna realize that, if something happens and a Homeworld Gem finds the Rubies, it won't spell any good news for them. So they decided to get their asses in space. Now, would Peridot and Lapis come along? I wanna say yes. Now, whether Lapis should stay at the barn or not, I'm not really sure, but Peridot should definitely come along, although I think it'd be kind of mysterious if Lapis didn't come along. Not that Lapis is hiding anything, but the show is hiding stuff from us about Lapis. However, whether they come along or not, I don't think completely matters, but I think Peridot and her expertise on Homeworld and everything would make her a valuable asset to come and throw into space in case they encounter any Homeworld gems or any Homeworld controlled planets. But I think Lapis should come along too. And since Jasper's corrupted, I don't think she could really harm Lapis, especially if she doesn't have all of her memories. Although I think it'd be kind of humorous if there was a scene where Jasper, as a dog, tries to like curl up on Lapis and Lapis just like hits her away or something. So yeah, I just believe Adventures in Light Distortion will be the Gems going out into space, leaving Bit CD behind for a few episodes, and going to find the Rubies, and especially Eyeball. Now, we know at least Pearl and Peridot have been in space before, and they should know their way around. And these episodes seem to unfold the reason why Pearl wanted to go back into space in the episode Space Race. This actually seems like the perfect time since, they'll be in space. We could also have a few scenes of Peridot explaining like, oh yeah, this part of the planet is facet blah blah blah, where blah 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 blah, and this blah 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 blah. Some tidbits of lore, some cool name drops, things that could come back to play later, and just overall expand the world of Steven Universe. Because I love world building. And once they do get all the Rubies, you can have Lapis like bubble them up in the water bubbles, or have them restrained in some kind of way, because I'm sure they'll be angry. I'm sure they'll try to fuse and be like, Rubies assemble, and try to clobber them. So they definitely need to be restrained. And once they're like, why should we help you, Crystal Gems? Especially you, Rose. You shattered a diamond. Steven will be like, well, don't you guys care about Jasper? Look at her. She's an animal. She's sick and needs help. Don't you care about her? And of course, all the rubies love Jasper, so they're gonna be like, yeah, we do. We want to help. So they'll reluctantly have a truce with the Crystal Gems. And Eyeball is like, well, I've seen something like this before, but I'm not really supposed to talk about it. I wasn't really sure what it was, but let's go to this planet, and I can definitely see what we can do. Which takes us to Gem Heist. So Eyeball or Peridot or whoever takes them to a planet. The rubies want to help Jasper, so they're trying to pull off a heist. But what is the heist? I know this is going off on a limb, but this is literally the only thing I can think of. Unless what they're trying to steal is pink diamond related, I thoroughly believe that the gems are trying to steal the object that can cure corruption. Between the rubies and Peridot and being out in space, someone has to know about corruption and how to heal it, how to fix it. Eyeball and the other rubies never really encountered a corrupted gem, and I think even if they were on Earth, they wouldn't have cared to help the corrupted gems until Jasper, because Jasper is someone they value and deeply care for. So either they go to Homeworld, which I think it's too soon, or I think, which is better and on a smaller scale, a Homeworld controlled planet that has this object that is secure to corruption, whether it's the same weapon that the diamonds used all those years ago to create corruption, because we still don't know if it was an object, a weapon, all their powers combined together. We don't know what caused corruption in the first place. It's still a big mystery. But I feel like this art could give answers to it. Along the way, we have Steven asking Eyeball, what was Pink Diamond like? And Eyeball just explains, Pink Diamond was this and that, give us some more tidbits on Pink Diamond, her personality, what she did, her role on Earth, her role among the Diamond Authorities. Just give us everything. So how will the gems pull off this heist? Because I feel like on Homeworld, other gems might know about the crystal gems, they may not. One important thing to note is that Pearl's first form we saw in the answer, and here in her season 1 form, looked closer to Yellow Pearl and Blue Pearl, because they all kind of had the dresses, similar dresses, and while our Pearl had that at first, she no longer has that. Her outfit has changed tremendously. So either she puts on her spacesuit, or she reforms into a new form completely that kind of resembles other Pearls on Homeworld. Garnet diffuses into Ruby and Sapphire. Peridot and Lapis are fine. Amethyst either shapeshifts into what an Amethyst is supposed to look like, or just like into Jasper again, or stays on the ship with Jasper, and either they bring Jasper along, or like I said, someone stays on the ship and watches Jasper. I think Amethyst would be the most likely. But what about Steven? He's not a gem, he's half gem, half human. Won't Homeworld recognize that? Maybe? I don't know. I still believe Rose is the only rose quartz that was ever in existence, and I'll explain why in a future video coming out this week. So whatever planet they're on, or Homeworld control facility, maybe Steven can wear a disguise, maybe he'll be fine just walking around as a human. But since the show takes place from Steven's perspective, he couldn't be the one that stays behind on the ship and watches Jasper. Like I said, if they stay on the ship and watch it and have someone watch Jasper, he would be going out there with them, pulling off the heist with them. So yeah, Ruby and the other rubies can just be like, oh yeah, we have orders from Yellow Diamond to come through. And I actually anticipate this to be a really funny episode. Because just imagine all the shenanigans we have with the rubies and our Ruby trying to fit in, and just the crystal gems in general, having to act like Homeworld gems for the first time in a while. But I also think it'll be really cool because we'll be seeing all these new places and environments for the first time, where they have to go to steal this thing, which like I said, I'm pretty sure it's either tied to Pink Diamond or it's the cure to corruption. It's an object that cures corruption and they have to steal it. Maybe they have to go to Yellow Diamond's base, White Diamond's base, Blue Diamond's base. And I'm just gonna say this right now, I'm gonna feel really stupid if they don't leave Earth at all. But hey, like I said, if they release a promo with more information, I'll make a new, updated predictions video. And hopefully the gems achieve their mission and they pull off doing the heist, because like I said, the synopsis says they try to pull off a heist, not that they actually do. So it's really up in the air until we get more information. Or maybe the object they're trying to steal is a factor in curing corruption. Maybe there's a homemade remedy they're trying to make that can cure corruption. Whether they succeed or not doesn't really matter. That's not how I imagine it plays into the overall story of this arc. If it is a cure to corruption, then the most we know is there's something out there that can cure it, that a cure does exist. But I believe the gems will get caught, and if not all the gems, then at least Jasper will get caught. So I can see this going one or two ways. Either when the rubies and the other gems land on the planet, they're like, oh yeah, we have this corrupted gem. What can we do with it? And the Homeworld gems that are there escort corrupted Jasper somewhere else. Or at the end of the episode, corrupted Jasper gets caught, whoever's in the ship gets caught with them, and they get taken away and the other gems have to follow them. Or all the gems get caught, whether if the rubies backstab them or not. Any of these possibilities all take them to the same place. The episode called The Zoo, with the synopsis, Steven visits a special zoo, and actually, I want to take back what I said about the rubies not knowing about corruption. Actually, when I think about it, Jasper knew about the corrupted gems when she was on Earth. She started hunting them down, so she knows corruption is a thing. She just doesn't know how they get that way. And when Jasper captured all the gems, she put them in a zoo, in cages. Not an actual zoo, but, trapping them. That's exactly what I think this episode will be. It'll be like a mix of Jailbreak and Jasper's Zoo. So either the gems all get caught, and since they're all defective in some way, shape, or form, or an abomination like Garnet or Steven would probably be considered, they're held captive in this zoo-like area. Now, if all the gems are trapped, I'm imagining the cryogenic destabilizers, which Steven are immune to, will be in place and he can just slip out that way, which leads to him bringing all the other gems, yada yada yada. Or Jasper's just the one in the zoo because, she's a corrupted gem. We see a bunch of other corrupted gems and other failed gem experiments in the zoo, and then Steven rescues Jasper, and he's like, oh, I wish I could help these other ones. But the point is, I expect this episode to give us a view on how Homeworld used corruption, how maybe the diamonds feel about corruption, maybe when corruption was initially invented, was it invented just at the end of the war, or was it at that point it made a weapon that could corrupt all of the gems, but it was always a thing. Or since after the war, the diamonds started using corruption as a common method of punishment. Hence why they have the zoo. Because like I said, Jasper had to already know about corruption if she saw those monsters and knew they were gems and started hunting them down. And she had to know that Homeworld did something with the corrupted gems if she made that zoo. She had to learn that from somewhere. We know that all gems are probably capable of bubbling. I mean, Peridot can bubble, so it's not a stretch to imagine that all the gems can bubble. So maybe Jasper knows about bubbling, but like I said, she made that zoo because that's just how they do it on Homeworld. So yeah, this episode, pretty straight to the point. They have to get corrupted Jasper, or if it's everybody in that zoo, since they're viewed as misfits on Homeworld, as mistakes, people who must be punished and purged, then Steven just breaks them all out because he's human and immunities. And all is fine and dandy, they're escaping, it's kind of ominous, there's a really creepy vibe. How could they do that to other gems? As soon as they're about to escape, as soon as they're about to leave the zoo, before they can uncorrupt Jasper, do anything, dun dun dun, I'm gonna go big or go home with this one. I believe Yellow Diamond will appear. Whether if gem soldiers capture them, poof them again, and the episode ends, or the episode ends with Yellow Diamond herself coming, but I do believe the climax of this all will be Yellow Diamond. Now why? Well, we knew back at Comic-Con that Pearl's voice actress, Dee Dee Magnolhall, was recording a song as Yellow Pearl as backing vocals for a Yellow Diamond song. That was back in Comic-Con, and she probably recorded that song months before then, so it would line up with the airtime for the episode. These episodes take 9 months to a year to make, so it definitely matches up. And this takes us to the last episode of The Bomb. That will be all. With the synopsis, Steven and the gems make a daring escape. Why are they making a daring escape? Who are they making it from? Homeworld and Yellow Diamond. Whether they're in Yellow Diamond's base, on a Homeworld controlled planet, on Homeworld, whatever. Now, the title of this episode is important because it implies that it will be Pearl-centric. That will be all. If you guys remember in the episode Back to the Barn, when Peridot was trying to dismiss Pearl, she said, that will be all, and started clapping her hands. That has to be how pearls are dismissed on Homeworld. Whether she learned that from a diamond, from higher elites with pearls, or whatever. This makes me think we'll definitely see Yellow Pearl. Or how crazy would it be if we had both Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond in this episode? So yeah, this episode will essentially be Jailbreak 2.0. They're trying to get back to the Ruby ship, or maybe find another ship. They're trying to get back to Earth. We'll have the Yellow Diamond song with Yellow Pearl. And I'm expecting 2 major revelations in this episode. One, I'm expecting Yellow Diamond, if she is in this episode, to finally reveal who Pearl belonged to. Whether it was Pink Diamond, White Diamond, Rose Quartz, etc. The fact that the title is named That Will Be All, and that's something that Peridot said to Pearl, and the high expectation of a diamond appearing in this episode definitely makes me believe with my gut that we will finally get that answer. But the other major revelation I'm expecting is a huge plot twist on Pink Diamond. Maybe she was good, maybe she believed in the Earth, or maybe we just learned something new about her that's just really shocking. I also expect Yellow Diamond to be very distraught over the death of Pink Diamond once it comes up, because if Yellow Diamond's in the episode and this is a Pink Diamond arc, that's a topic that's going to just inevitably come up. I believe we can see Yellow Diamond healing Jasper, Jasper asking, okay, what's the deal with corruption? Did you have something to do with corruption? And she finds out that she did, and I believe if there is a plot twist with Pink Diamond, Jasper will turn on Yellow Diamond and on Homeworld. There could be a big showdown between Yellow Diamond, but since this episode is only 12 minutes, I wouldn't expect it to be a grand one. But how cool would it be if this is the episode where Peridot poofs and gets her star? But let me go even further beyond. After Jasper turns on Homeworld, she also gets poofed after trying to go against Yellow Diamond. Maybe we can have an Alexandra appearance, maybe we can have a new fusion, etc. But when Jasper reforms, she no longer has the Yellow Diamond insignia. But she doesn't have a star either. Instead, she reforms with the pink diamond insignia back on her. She's not a crystal gem. She refuses to be a crystal gem, but she refuses to align with Homeworld anymore. The only person she aligns with is her diamond. Pink diamond. Her true diamond for life. And the gems do manage to make a daring escape from Homeworld, from Yellow Diamond, but now the clock is ticking. Unless they feed them some BS, Yellow Diamond knows they're on Earth. They know about the crystal gems, she knows about Steven. And unless we have the gems like exposing the Yellow Diamond, Yellow Diamond to some of the soldiers around, some of the gems around, and it's like, hey, she did this crushing thing, are you just gonna stand by that? Maybe a few other gems will turn on Yellow Diamond, but they're not as fortunate enough to escape. And if we do have Yellow Diamond, please show her get mad. Have her get angry. Have her completely dominate some gems, if not shatter them. Even, not any of our gems, like just some random Homeworld gems that try to turn on her. Also, the rubies are in love with Jasper, so if she decides not to no longer push her allegiance to Homeworld, they're gonna join her. So it's very well likely, in this hypothetical scenario, that if all the gems get off of Earth and Jasper's with them, the rubies will be with them too. So they escape Earth, Yellow Diamond's furious, the threat of Homeworld is now bigger than ever, we get some plot twists on Pink Diamond, we get some information on Pearl, we get some information on corruption, and the arc is over. And yep, those are my predictions for Steven Bomb 5. But let's say this stuff does happen. What would happen after the arc? What's the new status quo? Well, like I said, Jasper, she's on Earth, she no longer pledges her allegiance to Homeworld, but she's not a crystal gem either. Even if it turns out Pink Diamond was good and believed in Rose, Jasper still doesn't want to side with the person who shattered her diamond. Whatever the case with Pink Diamond may be. But I don't think she'll be totally against them either. And there's the whole Lapis thing. I don't think Jasper and Lapis should ever become friends because there's just too much abuse there. I'm usually an advocate for people becoming friends, former significant others becoming friends, but Jasper and Lapis was toxic. Were toxic. Malachite was a toxic relationship. Malachite was a product of a toxic relationship. And while we can use Jasper on Earth, uncorrupted, as a way to explore her character arc, give her some development, although I think this arc may already, depending if she is in it and if she is corrupted or not, and how long if she's uncorrupted for it, if she even becomes uncorrupted by the end of it. But let's say she is uncorrupted, the rubies are with her, and they're all on Earth. I believe in following episodes, Steven will find a new home for Jasper and the rubies. Maybe the lighthouse, maybe Beat City Underground Wrestling, or maybe Jasper even sets up shop near the Pink Diamond Pelican. So that way they won't appear too much. Jasper's with a memorial Pink Diamond, but they're still on Earth and they're still nearby, ready to help fight should Homeworld ever return and threaten what Pink Diamond tried to protect. Whew, that was a lot. That was a doozy. And these are just my thoughts, and I definitely want to hear yours, so please comment down below. What do you think of my thoughts? Do you think you would want to see this? Do you think something else is gonna happen? Please comment down below, let me know. Don't forget to follow us on social media, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, links to everything in the description down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. Vox, signing out.